how's it going? I hope you're doing just as good as I'm doing today. Boy, what a workout. Man, today was very clarifying to me. I kind of rediscovered some information about the way I lift that, I could have known if I were asked the specific question. I just don't think I really realized how implemented this was into my program until now. And so, before we get into that shit, physically, I can give it a solid 8.8. That sounds pretty good. Everything just felt really solid. I went heavier on the bench than I thought I would. I got to 265 thinking that's all I had, and I locked the fuck in. And what do you know? You always have a little bit extra if you can get that mental space cleared up. So I got to put on 275. I don't know if I would have had the 6 rep on 275, but the spotter did kind of give it the little bump before I had actually stopped moving. So I guess we'll never fucking know until next time I get to hit it in a couple days. So whatever. That just means I got more room to grow. And again, whenever that shit happens, it's never personal. It's just the guy's used to spotting like that. And to be fair, he was a really nice guy and gave me a really good lift off. So fuck it, that shit can cancel out in my mind at least. So otherwise, definitely killed it on the snatch today. That is what was pretty clarifying for me today. Is I thought I wasn't going to be able to go that heavy because, if you know my routine, I right after my rest day, I'll do a main snatch or main clean and jerk day. That's where I go the hardest, and I start with my Olympic lifts so that I can put in the most strength in those lifts those days. The other days, since I only bench or squat twice a week, I like to start with bench and squat, even if it's harder. I just treat it as more conditioning for my body. And oh Jesus, sorry, traffic is being super stupid right now. Oh man, somebody got in a riggedy wreck, and that actually sucks for them. Oh, they're getting arrested. We need to get back on topic. Where did I leave off? So because I only squat and bench twice a week, I like to do them first on the days that I get to do them so that I can isolate the strength of those lifts. If you want to grow stronger in those lifts and really know where your strength is at, you got to start the workout with it. So I am not solely an Olympic lifter, even though it may seem that way. I still kind of power lift, but more in the sense of I do full range of motion. I do not wear a belt. I don't wear any equipment. I do as hard, I do the most mobility and core driven form that you can do for the sake of my Olympic lifts. But I started off with powerlifting when I started my lifting career back when I was in high school, so I didn't want to lose it. And I don't compete, so I don't really give a shit. I like doing this, so it's what I'm going to keep doing. So even if bench makes my shoulders feel a little bit gooey some days, or my squats are melting my core on others, I love it. It's just as clear as that. But anyway, because I got to start with bench today, my core was not as destroyed as it was the other day, or as it was yesterday after I did my squats. Oh shit, my bad. Mentally, sorry, I got crack in my veins right now. Mentally, I think everything was pretty much fully aligned with everything. I'll just give it an 8.8 as well. I think my body and my mind were pretty synced up today. I was very confident. None of the lifts were scary. Maybe right at the end it was a little scary because I did fail my first rep on 215, and then I jumped back on and fucking killed it. So that's what matters. Brought it back, and my thumb tape was kind of sliding off, so had to dial it in for a little bit more than I would have liked to. But regardless, everything went better than I thought it would. And any day in the gym, if you are hitting the minimum weights that you wanted to hit in the gym that day, that should be seen as a good day. That's just a good day if you can hit the weights that you wanted to hit. But if you can hit the weights that you didn't expect to hit, that's a great fucking day. That is a fantastic day. And so, yeah, I'm about it. Anyway, gotta bring it back one more time. If you know me, you know I fucking rant, so I'm sorry I keep going in circles about the topic. But my whole point about my strength today versus my strength yesterday with the squat is the fact that I was not really thinking as much about how much the squat takes from my Olympic lifts. I had always assumed that my bench would be worse for my strength that same day for Olympic lifting, because it strains my shoulders and it makes my joints stiffer because it's a power lift, you know. It's just, that's how that shit works. It makes me a little bit less mobile, so I have to like chill out a little bit more and like dial in my body harder than I would normally have to if I had started with the snatches. But what I did not realize is now that I'm on this program where I'm feeling out all the weights as I go, and so like I'm trying to do as close to a comfortable failure as I can every day, and just being mindful that my maximum effort changes every day. I can't hit the same weights every day, even if I do feel perfect. And what I did not realize is I'm always telling everybody that when you're into this kind of sport or any sport, you need to be aware of your core confidence. You know, you need to have not just your abs, by the way. I'm talking about your abs, your low back, just your whole trunk, you know, your lower abdomen and your low back especially. It's just everything in that area is where all of your balance goes, you know? So as strong as the rest of your body may be, everything is limited by your core. You cannot bench, you cannot squat, you cannot snatch, you cannot clean and jerk, you can't do anything if your core is fucked up. It's a fact. And if you are doing it with your core fucked up, then your form just isn't that good. Or not even that. I'm not trying to be egotistical. It's not that your form's not good. It's your form just isn't as mobile, I should say. You know, so if you're a power lifter, and again, I still think this applies. I don't lift that way, so I don't want to assume. But if you don't squat ass to grass or go with a closer grip on bench and go all the way down, like with your elbows below your chest, then if your core is not there, you are not going to be able to replicate that form in the most proper and consistent way possible, you know? And again, when you have that kind of form where it's ass to grass, high bar, close grip, whatever you want to call it, that's not what matters. It's just you want to lift the way that you enjoy the most. I just love this shit. And so with this kind of lifting where everything is based on the mobility and the form, I get my strength from the power behind my lifts. You know, it's not just a matter of, I was just strong enough that day, so I just fucking sent it. You know, it's just, that's not how it works. This is based off my experience in like full mobility, full form, Olympic type styles of technique, that you need to rely on that explosiveness and that core drive in order to have the most strength possible. If you look back at my 265 bench versus my 275 bench, my 255 bench versus my 265 or 275 bench, but mainly the 255 versus the others. On that one, on the 255, I was not squeezing my butt as much. I was not driving my core as much. I wasn't pushing. And so, I was not driving as hard as I could. So, it felt like, that's why I thought I was going to fail at 265. And so I dialed in, put the mentality to work, and I drive that shit up. Other than that, what else, man? I guess, take it with a grain of salt. I really, again, this is never me saying that you should assume what you're doing is wrong or you should be doing it a different way. If you feel great, your body feels good, your weights feel good, your numbers are going up, whatever. If you feel healthy and you're staying consistent, then that is what is important. But if you feel like shit and you're typically coming in the gym saying, oh, my body hurts, I feel like garbage, I don't want to do this anymore, you're probably doing it inefficiently and wrong, and to the point where it's just going to fuck you up. So, take it to mind that, you got to listen to your body. That's the whole point of this program I'm doing. Is like I was saying yesterday when I did my squats, I was only able to go up to 235 on my clean and jerks, not because I didn't have more in the tank. I any other day, 100% I throw on like 245, maybe even 255. But it was a matter of my low back was fucking screaming because I went super hard on my pause back squats. But that was the point. And so although the weights don't match every day, exactly as it was the last time I did it, it is a matter of how much intensity and commitment you have to that lift in that moment. So my 235 at least felt like my 275 from last week on my clean and jerks. And I'm telling you, like, in tomorrow's rest day, so when I come back and I do my full clean and jerk day, I'm going to be throwing some heavy fucking clean and jerks. I can tell you now. Like, I guarantee you we put 265 on the bar, at least. I can feel it, But it's because I get that rest day. My core gets to come back at 100%. And I'm starting with an Olympic lift. So my core is getting into the core-driven lift right off the get-go. And so, just be mindful that if you're going to start any workout with a lift that's going to take out the strength in one part of your body, especially your core, be mindful of how that's going to affect the rest of your lifts. Because with me, I wasn't really thinking about it because in my old program, I just worked based off percentages. So I never was putting in the most maximum effort I could most days. It was only right at the end of the program where I'd push that maximum effort. And so I got fucking humbled and got slapped in the face with the fucking, oh, you did 275 last week? Fuck you. Here's 235. This is what you can snatch for a triple. And I was like, fuck. Fuck. That, it's humbling because, I never want to see the weight go super low, but you got to remind yourself the intensity is there. If you got the intensity, if you've got the passion, if you've got the consistency, the discipline, whatever you want to call it, the weights do not matter. It is how healthy your body feels, how mentally stable and positive you are, and then throw some fucking weight and see where it goes. Have fun. Don't worry too much about it. You'll make progress no matter how little progress it may seem. Any progress is progress. It is not just in the weights. It is you going to the gym, staying committed, or whatever you want to do in your daily life, and seeing anything get better. That could be your mental state. That could be your social circle. That could be your form. It could be your core strength. It could be your intensity. It could be anything. You are as positive as you make yourself out to be. So fucking list off a couple positive things you did today and give yourself some credit, Don't, give yourself a fucking trophy and go on vacation if you don't feel like you deserved it. But pat yourself on the back and be like, you know what? I did something. I did anything. And that is what is important in the day-to-day. And don't think that that's just with weightlifting. I know I talk about the weights a lot because I talk to you guys after I throw the heavy shit. But it is more so about, I don't care if you're playing video games. I don't care if you're just chilling, doing whatever, hanging out with friends. Everything can seem so lazy because of the normalities in our culture. But if you are healthy, if you are passionate, if you are happy, especially that third one, because for fuck's sake, not enough people put enough effort into that last one. If you are feeling those things and you are consistent and you are disciplined and you love what you're doing, then fucking go for it. I don't care if you play video games for 12 hours a day. Our generation has already fucking shown that you can do that and still make a living. So anybody's just going to get upset about the statistical value behind it, fuck them, Just have fun, enjoy yourself, and once you learn how to enjoy your daily life and enjoy the things that you do for you, for yourself, rather than the obligational needs of other people, then you're going to be great, There's no question. You will be great. Doesn't matter how famous you are. Doesn't matter how many people know you. It matters how intense, how passionate, how happy you are. So, I don't know. I don't mean to get too personal, but keep that shit in your brain, and maybe it'll help you out in the future. I love talking about this stuff because hopefully somebody can cling on to that one little thing and be like, oh, I needed to hear that today. So, I don't know. It is my rest day tomorrow, so I will be eating many, 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 many bad foods and enjoying myself and, you'll see me on clean and jerk day. It's going to be a fucking bitch because everything's pause reps for the next 3 workouts. So stay tuned, and I will be back. See ya.